Previously on He Who Forsakes the Crown.
If the crown, by any means, is forsaken, rules and regulations are set in place for the heir's execution.
You're signing it. It isn't a question. This is for the good of the kingdom, my son.
I'm not the little brat that tried to resurrect someone. You played with fire. It's no wonder you got burned.
Maybe we should pay Aaron Doyle a visit.
I've lived here in Arendelle for all 23 years of my life. Life here is simple. You want me to get married? This is the best decision, isn't it? I could find someone. Excuse me?
My apologies. I heard there was a festival going on here. I think I'm lost?
If you'd like, I can show you around.
Listen here, boy. You can't even touch me. Threaten me one more time, and you'll have to answer for your crimes.
A fire? Dear goddess. We need to find the prince.
Find your brother, Rillian. He should be in DuPont.
After 2 months of working as a maid here, I could finally say I was properly acquainted with the layout of the castle. I've heard rumors from maids that the prince is a cruel man.
You've come here to tell me that there's a plan for my assassination! You have no information on who discussed it, when it would occur, where it would occur! Ugh. You have no right to be here!
You're right. I don't.
Let's make a deal. Since we're both stuck, I will help you, and you'll help me. Got it?
Deal.
I'll meet you in the void.
Tell me, mademoiselle, what do you know about yesterday?
It was ironic that it was him, the guard. Jacob, was it?
The remnant is inside your arm, Your Highness. The crystal has integrated its way into your body.
You got me a gift? Thank you, Rillian.
The rebellion has one of its leaders within your walls. Your kingdom isn't safe. She's not what she seems.
Any last words?
I killed Dahlia de Monte.
I wanted to thank you for warning me the other day.
I came here to find my brother.
He used to work for me. Many people would consider my death a blessing.
All life has meaning, Your Highness. Especially yours. Oh, it's just my shoes. I couldn't find mine this morning. I always leave them at the end of my bed. They were just nowhere to be seen.
Maybe they were stolen.
Hey, Jacob.
Yes?
I love you.
Dancing around the castle all night like she doesn't even work here.
I can't pay for her medicine.
What about His Royal Highness? Can't he give you a raise?
She's hiding something. Something she doesn't want to tell you.
I need you to investigate something privately. Jacob has been acting strange as of recent. Find out where he's been going.
Jacob was so obviously in love with her. So in love that he'd break his orders. I'm not going to lie to the prince over your own mistake. I'm simply trying to keep you out of trouble.
Now, Rillian, you will stay away from her. I see you with her. I won't give you a second chance. Are we clear, Jacob Wyndham?
That's the issue with you. All you do is roam around the castle with your head in the clouds.
Leanne,
I don't have the opportunities you do.
Man?
I can't just sneak my way up the board.
Wealthy,
Nobody wants to be around you anyways.
I can't take much more of the torment here, Your Highness.
I'll take care of this. All of it.
I would like a raise, Your Highness. Rillian, I'm leaving town tonight. I got a promotion.
Anyone participating in spreading such rumors will be placed on the next execution list. The Kimuras weren't supposed to be invited to the ball. I haven't seen a member of the Kimura royal family in 6 years.
So, Zane Elijah, have you found the one?
Her name is Rillian.
I think I have feelings for the prince.
I'm sorry, Rillian. I just don't think that we're right for each other. It's my fault. I rushed into things too quickly, and I've done nothing but hinder you.
Is everything all right?
I danced with a man just like this. Dark curls, pale skin within the moon's lights. I feel like I've used Jacob as a replacement for him. I didn't even catch his name. I'm in love with a mystery, a phantom.
You're right in front of him, Rillian. His name is Zane DeMonte. You don't remember last night?
I remember some things.
Rillian, not remembering the ball is only a minor setback. I am not going to let go of her.
The following story contains adult themes and depictions of violence and trauma. This podcast is not for children. Please be advised.
The sky rose above the horizon, Rhinoc casting his warm light upon us. The snow started melting as water dripped from the branches of trees. Small crystals within the ice shone in the bright orange light of the sun. I stood on top of the barracks. Guards, knights, and soldiers were starting their morning spar. They stood there, jousting and being merry. Here I sat, looking out at the horizon, the sun rising on this fateful day. Memories of the other night ran through my head. The feeling of terror is paralyzing. I tend to try to avoid awful memories, but this is something I can't escape. I don't know what they wanted, but they're up to no good. I've had an awful headache since the ball, and I haven't been able to shake it.
Captain? What are you doing here? You're normally in the office.
I'm reminiscing, I suppose.
You miss home, Cap. Captain?
No, I don't.
Do you have some boy you're daydreaming about?
No.
Is it me?
Absolutely not.
I like your honesty, Cap.
You're a handsome man, but I'm not falling for your charms.
I'm flattered, Captain, that you'd compliment little old me.
So, what do you want?
I was just worried about you.
Worried?
As a friend, of course. I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm hitting on you, Cap.
Why are you worried about me?
You're normally up and at your job in the early mornings. You enjoy your job, so it doesn't make sense to me.
What doesn't?
I don't want to offend you, Captain, but you've become a bit reclusive. If something is bothering you, Sayoko, you can talk to me. I won't tell a single soul.
I don't think it's something that you'll particularly understand.
Even if I don't, I'll try my best.
You promise?
I promise.
Here we are at Base 1. The rebirth of the year is tomorrow. Many people are rushing to get errands done, prep for the festival tomorrow, and try to be on time for tonight.
I know you know that isn't real.
It's tradition. I knew from the beginning it wasn't real.
Do they think I have that kind of time? Don't fucking laugh. I'm being serious.
My apologies. It just came out funnier than it was supposed to be. creationism is all about fearing the gods, is it not?
I don't understand where that fear came from.
Maybe the fear of being sent to the void or being unable to rebirth.
It's quite strange.
Very much so.
Why would people fear the void?
I have no clue.
They all end up in the void either way. It's all a process of who must stay there eternally.
People believe what they want to believe.
Humans are quite strange.
Humanity is quite strange. What do I say? What can I say? She doesn't remember the other night. She looked at me with such innocence in her eyes. I just can't concentrate.
I stared out the window of my room. It was midday and the castle was a nightmare. Snow started to fall once more. A little flurry of snowflakes speckled across the town. I couldn't understand it. I can't understand it. My heart aches over what Jacob did to me, but for some reason, it's racing. I yearn to hear that piano played, and I don't understand why. Ever since the ball, I've had this feeling in my chest. I can't remember what happened there, but everything seems so familiar. It's stupid that I allowed myself to get that inebriated, especially in front of Zane. Oh, goddess. Zane. I really am an idiot, aren't I? I didn't tell him happy birthday. Oh, goddess, what if he gets mad at me just like Jacob did? Should I apologize? Should I write to him? No, I can't mess up. Jacob may have left me. I can't let Zane leave me over something stupid. He's very precious to me, and I don't know what I'd do without him. What? What am I talking about? Does he... Nope, that's impossible. Why would he have feelings for me? Do I have feelings for him? Oh, goddess. Mother always says, take a deep breath, really, Anne. You're overthinking things. Maybe she's right. Maybe I am overthinking things? Mother, I wish I could see you.
The lifted skirt. Oh, dear God. Are you sure that this is the right place?
After you.
Where is he?
He's in the back room, past the curtain. He's shit-faced.
Good luck. You're gonna need it.
What?
I tried speaking to him earlier. You won't get anything out of him.
Hey, Jacob. How are you doing, bud?
Hey, bud, you're alright.
I loved her.
Goddess, Jacob, you look pitiful.
Why? God, fuck.
Jacob, listen,
I know. You were just doing your job. I can't hold that against you.
Still, I reinforced his behavior, and I'm sorry I got you stuck in the crossfire, Jacob.
Thanks.
He's out cold.
Your Highness, we didn't expect you to visit today. Is there anything we can do to accommodate you?
No, I'm quite alright. I don't really know what I'm praying about. Yet I felt like it was right for me to come here. I don't know if it's been my recent lack of faith, or if fate brought me here. Either way, it felt strange. It's been many years since I've cast aside my pride to truly pray. What am I praying for? I've spent many years in this church, praying for something different each time. Life, death, change, rebirth. I came here, drawn within my own thoughts. Do I need my prayers? Or does someone else need them? No. For once, allow me to be selfish, my goddess. I know my faith in you has worn weak in recent years, but I still believe that you are truly superior. Divine Minervia, please, hear my prayers. I have striven away from the other divines, leading me to your path. Just as you were cast out by the other gods, my fate seems to be similar to yours. My goddess, I know that you're fair and just, unlike the others. You know what it's truly like to experience hardship, pain, and even love. And I know that I am supposed to serve the kingdom, the people. My life is dedicated to them. But just this once, my goddess, if you can hear my prayers, allow me to experience a love such as yours. I'll bear every moment of pain just to hold her in my arms once more. I do not deserve the right to make such demands. I leave my request in your hands. For I myself am a sinner. Thousands of lives were lost because of me. I don't understand why I act that way when I do. I just can't control myself. When my anger sets in, I become a different person. Hundreds of villages burnt in my stead, none tracing back to me. I feel remorse. Heavy remorse. I'm a hypocrite, trying to do what's best for the kingdom and its people, yet doing the worst for anyone I disagree with. That's why. No. I didn't mean to. It wasn't my fault.
Are you alright?
Yes. Thank you, Saren. I pray that she'll forgive me when the time comes.
My apologies, Your Highness. We have to close early today. Many people are getting ready for the slumber.
I understand.
Thank you.
Wait.
Your Highness?
I have a request.
What is it?
Please, keep the churches open for the homeless. Just in case.
Consider it done.
Then I'll take my leave.
The sun has almost completely set, leaving a quiet, desolate city behind. Now was the best time to rest. The slumber was always the most important part of the year. I remember when I was a child, I'd sleep 2 hours early just to make sure I was asleep at the right time. Before the universe was created, the void only existed. Once the gods were birthed, they created our world. From the grounds of Gaia to the complexity of war, each year is like the rebirth of our world, but for a new year. Everyone sleeps early in fear that the void will come to take us at night. I've never been up late enough to prove it, but I don't want to take that risk. I wonder if Jacob is okay. Not that I should care, but I wonder how he's handling things. I kind of let him into a trap. Either way, I got the answer I wanted, so shouldn't I be happy? I wonder how Zane is doing. My mind tends to wander towards him for some reason. My memories seem blurred every time I think of him. These thoughts make me feel oddly warm. Why did I have to get so plastered? I'm such an idiot sometimes. The moment I want to remember something, I can't. Just remember the familiar swaying with me in his arms. Even then, that feels blurry. He's left me a letter.
Dearest Rillian, I hope this letter finds you before the slumber. Thank you for your letter. It was quite kind of you to write it. You mentioned not being able to recall some of your memories. That I can help with. I may not be able to fully remember the night, but maybe we can find out together. Furthermore, I'd like to ask you to come with me to the festival tomorrow. Just the two of us. I know I won't be able to hear your answer myself. If you wish to come, I'll meet you at the gazebo tomorrow at sundown. I have a surprise for you. Until then, Zane Elijah DeMonte.
The festival? Why would he want to bring me to the festival? Can he help me regain my memories? Finally, a high to my lows. A means to go out into the capital and enjoy life. I mustn't keep him waiting.
Hey there. Wow, I haven't said that in a while. That's kind of crazy. It's me again, and I want to say welcome back. Happy New Year's. I know we're a month into it, but January is always just the trial run. And I think as a society, we've collectively established that. So hey, welcome back. I am glad to see you here. Thank you for making it. Right now, you are listening to episode 9 of He Who Forsakes the Crown, and that is the first episode of the second act. Some people are calling it a season, and by some people, I mean Seo and Mac. I didn't know that this was the second season, but it's the same thing. It doesn't really matter. It depends how many seasons you want, you know? So I'm just gonna go over a couple things because, you know, new year, new season, we just want things to go good. Uploads should be returning to its regular scheduled program, which is going to be the 4th of the month, every month. Confessions of the Castle, I know we didn't get that out. There was a lot going on at the end of the year. I actually got COVID. That was fun. And in the end, it felt like we didn't have enough content to work with, which is fine because I think we can save Confessions of the Castle for a future time. And I'm thinking maybe the 1-year anniversary. Now I'm going to tell you the same stuff I always tell you, because please, I know you listeners are out there, but I don't know you anywhere else. because the Instagram is full of random art accounts that I tricked into following us, and that's a different story. And the Twitter is desolate. So, if you enjoy the content and you like hearing from us, you like seeing our art, you like our story, please follow our Instagram, our Tumblr, our Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. That's going to be just Chapter 15 Studios. 15 is always the number, not the word. Twitter, that's going to be CH15 Studios because chapter didn't fit one letter short. Act 2 is really fun. I think Act 2 is a lot more fun than Act 1. And I am so used to Act 1 now. It's like permanently burned in my brain. So I'm really excited for Act 2, and I think you guys are going to love it. I'm going to let you guys get back to the episode now. Thank you, and I'll see you guys on March 4th. Okay, bye.
Dear Zane, Elijah, DeMonte, I'm a bit embarrassed that I can't remember the previous night, but I wanted to wish you a happy birthday. If this is my second time saying it, please ignore the first one. I hope that you sleep early before the void comes. I'd like to be able to see you this next year. P.S. I hope you enjoyed your birthday. You don't get many of them in a lifetime. With love, Really Ann Duvon.
I keep reading the words over and over again. I couldn't sleep very well last night. My nerves kept me up. Normally I'm not this way, but I'm scared. I've never done anything like this before. If anything, she could keep me waiting there for hours and decide not to show up. I've never really courted anyone before.
Calm yourself.
What?
Think with a level head. Would she really stand you up?
No, she wouldn't. You're right. Princess Iris handed this to me at the ball.
I'm sorry for bringing you this kind of news.
I don't understand.
I don't agree with it whatsoever.
The both of us disagree.
We just wanted to bear you the news before it's too late.
Too late for what?
Read the document. It should outline the details of what we know so far.
Your father has been planning this ever since he's been staying at our residence.
So I never get a say in these types of things?
That's why we came to you. We know that there's still hope.
Then tell me, what can I do?
Either stick with your father's rule, or join us.
I don't want to think about that right now. Come in.
Sire, you called for me?
I did. What's that?
It's a few documents from the Guard Academy, and one from Queen Rosalia.
What? Hand it over. "2 months to replace a lady in waiting?"
We may be able to find one in time to replace her.
That isn't something we can do.
Sire?
Only the Queen can replace her ladies in waiting.
So what can we do?
I'll look over the document and speak with my mother about it.
You called for me, sire?
Yes, I'm planning on going out today.
Oh? Where to?
The festival. I plan on going with someone.
Can we trust this person?
That's not up to your discretion.
With all due respect, Your Highness, It's my duty to keep you out of harm's way.
I'm not a child.
My intention is only to protect you.
Perhaps we can make an arrangement.
Sire?
If I go out there myself, there's bound to be trouble, especially with the rebellion.
What shall I do then?
I need a disguise. Close?
Please? Just in case I fall. It's been a long time since I felt this way.
When was the last time you felt like this?
This might sound strange, but before I came here, I feel a sense of deja vu, like I've been in this exact moment before. You look just like him. What was that? I was dancing, but I felt like I was spinning. I was talking to someone about a feeling, someone familiar, but for the life of me, I can't remember who it is. Ooh, winter is getting harsher as the days go by.
What are you putting in my hair?
Grease.
What?
Grease can hold slicked back hair.
You can't naturally slick back hair?
You can, if you decide to not bathe for a couple of weeks.
The thought of being unclean irked me.
Are you against wearing makeup?
I'm alright if it's light.
We just need to cover up that mole. There. You look like a completely different person.
Strange was the first word that came to my head. I don't look like my usual self. I look like everyone else.
These will help you blend into any crowd.
No color?
Anything bright will make you a target.
I see.
I'll leave you to it. Let me know if you need anything else.
Captain, you'll be watching from afar, correct?
Yes, sire. Both Riley and I will be keeping an eye out just in case anything happens.
Thank you.
No need.
What was that?
You haven't noticed before.
Noticed what?
That's me, idiot.
Wait, what? Looking back into the mirror, I see my eyes fade to orange. What the?
Surprise.
How the fuck?
It's a fun little party trick I learned a while back.
You never thought to do this years ago?
I've tried, but you've never noticed. I'm surprised. A man who cares so much about how he dresses can't even notice his own reflection making faces at him.
Couldn't there have been an easier way to tell me this without freaking me the fuck out?
There was. I just found this more entertaining. You do look different, though. Almost unrecognizable.
Do you think it'll be recognizable for her?
Absolutely not. She's quite thick.
Excuse me? Do not refer to her as thick.
No need to get upset. I was just pulling your leg, as one would say.
I hope the festival goes well.
You won't be recognized. That's for sure.
Should I pin my hair up? Maybe it would be best to keep it down. Why am I so worried about how I look? Would it still be right if I wore this lipstick? I'm no longer with Jacob, but I don't want to waste it. My reflection in the vanity was pale. I felt dull. I wouldn't want to look too plain. It's a festival, after all. A festival celebrating the new year. I wonder what it'll be like. I always considered the festivals back home elaborate and grand, yet Arendelle was minuscule compared to the capital. I should make my way out. First a ball, now a festival. Just what have I been doing? Is it okay to run around with the prince like I have been? Everything has always been at his invitation. Obviously, I'm not imposing some sort of burden, am I?
Hello.
Hello. You must be meeting someone here as well, I suppose.
Yeah. You.
Zane?
Yes?
Oh my goddess, you look so different.
Well, it'd be dangerous if I walked around as a prince, and I'd prefer if we didn't have guards surrounding us.
No, I understand, it's just... Are you wearing makeup?
A bit.
It's very convincing. Sorry, I didn't mean to invade your space.
Don't be, it's fine. Truly.
So, the festival...
Yes, the festival. We should get going right about now, anyways. I wouldn't want you to miss the show.
What show?
I think I'd rather keep that a surprise. Shall we?
We shall. I tend to describe the city as bustling every time I return. However, tonight, it wasn't an exaggeration. People packed the streets. Different kinds of music played from different corners. Lights were strung across and glowed in multicolor fashion across the sky. I had never been with Zane in such a public place before. Almost every interaction I've had with him took place in privacy with just the two of us. He seemed to hold himself differently in public. Perhaps his posture was a bit straighter, or perhaps he was just on edge. It would be dangerous, wouldn't it? If someone were to discover he was the prince, something could happen to him. Still, he didn't seem particularly worried. He'd make idle conversation. He knew the city quite well. Sometimes I forget that he'd been raised here his entire life.
Hey! Watch where you're going!
Oh dear, I'm sorry.
Is there a problem?
Not at all. You just remind me of someone, that's all. I'm so sorry about that. I can get you another drink.
No, please, don't worry about it.
Are you sure?
I insist. It's fine.
Let's go.
We walked along the town, trying not to bump into anyone else. Town Square was ornately decorated. A large stage had been built and lights were intertwined with vines and foliage. We were able to stand up close before the show had begun. Dancers erupted from the floor of the stage. Flutes and drums started to play a quiet melody. The dancers carried silk ribbons as they flipped and twirled along. They seemed to be telling a story, most likely the story of the creation of the universe. Something about it all was too familiar. I think I'm having a sense of deja vu.
Are you now? What could it remind you of?
Is it the dancers? I might have seen them before.
They're fairly popular, I've heard. Apparently they work for a circus caravan.
I may have seen them before. We did have some festivals back home.
Now the real show is beginning.
What are you talking about? Colors were flying through the air. It was like nothing I had ever seen before. With each loud boom, another color flew and sparkled. The night sky glittered in pinks and oranges. I couldn't take my eyes off of it. For a moment, I look away. Zane is looking at me. What is this?
It's a show that magicians put on. Some spell they've been cultivating for the past few years.
It's amazing. I didn't know something like this could exist.
They're quite common during festivals here. We could see them again at the Rhinook Festival.
Yes, I'd like that.
There's a place I'd like to take you.
Oh? What is this said place?
I can't tell you yet. It'll ruin the surprise.
Where are you taking me?
You'll see, dear. It's just down this road.
I've never been here before. Jacob was supposed to take me to the sea, but he didn't. We lost track of time, and then we got lost. The most we saw was a river.
Look down. I don't want to ruin the surprise yet. Keep looking down. We're almost there. You can look up now.
I couldn't help but be astounded. Reflected on the black, glossy sheet of water were millions of stars. The moons were reflected on the water as well, ethereally glowing. I felt like I was in a room full of fireflies floating around me. I've never thought to come here at night.
I used to come here a lot as a child. I personally think that this is one of the prettiest places in DuPont.
I get what you mean.
When my father would come home from trips, we'd meet him at the docks during the night. It always felt surreal.
When was the last time you've been here?
About 9 years ago. I stopped coming here because I just had better things to do.
Like what?
Work.
That doesn't sound any better.
You're not wrong.
How long have you been working?
11 years. My father wasted no time putting me to work.
It must be awful. Working all the time.
It's not the worst thing in the world. Better than sitting around and doing nothing.
What do you mean, nothing?
There isn't much here, honestly.
I disagree.
How so?
You're surrounded by so many things. Beaches, busy towns, glamorous people, theaters, gardens, and even the castle. There's always something here to explore.
I've been surrounded by these things my entire life, really, Anne. When you fill the void in your heart with them, those enjoyable things become mundane.
Zane.
Really, Anne?
When was the last time you genuinely stopped what you were doing just to enjoy something?
I can't really say.
How about today?
What about it?
You haven't been working at the festival, have you?
I haven't.
So, what about today? We've been going around enjoying the festivities, haven't we?
We have.
So, we can consider that something enjoyable.
I guess you're right.
How about right now?
Hmm?
Take right now to stop what you're doing and just enjoy yourself.
Then I will. Shit! Really, Anne! Be more careful. I don't know how to swim either, mademoiselle.
My apologies. I was just enjoying myself a little too much.
Were you now?
I was.
I didn't know, whether you wanted this back or not.
What? Jacob's ring. I've been looking for this. How did you find it?
You threw it off the balcony, remember?
I did? I thought I threw it into the city.
Honestly, you didn't really throw it that far. You kind of tossed it.
Oh, shush.
Something on your mind?
I've never seen you without a jacket or a vest on.
Yeah, I figured.
I like this look on you, though. It makes you look adventurous?
Is that a question?
Maybe.
I tend to dress warm. It's just what I prefer.
You're quite the fashionable man.
You think so?
You were able to pick out the perfect dress for me.
That's true. So, what are you going to do with it?
Better throw?
Most definitely.
I looked at Zane once more as he stared out into the horizon. His curls waved out from being slicked back. His gentle green eyes stared out into the distance, unwavering. The rarest of all, his smile. It's a very rare occasion to see Zane actually smile. His smile was quite adorable. It fit him well.
How is small town life?
It's fairly peaceful, but there's a lot of hardship from it.
Enlighten me.
Well, back in Arendelle, we'd have a hard time making ends meet.
Why's that?
Well, my family ran an orchard. When my father got sick, it was up to me and my mother to hold our land.
Willow's rash?
No, I couldn't tell you what it was. We barely had enough money to afford a doctor.
What could he have done to become that sick?
I think it's from whenever he was head of the guard.
Your father was the head of the guard.
In Arendelle, yes.
That's quite an honorable position.
I think that's why he told me to come here. To find Elliot.
It is strange. Why would your father know that Elliot was in DuPont?
My parents did think Elliot became a guard, so maybe they thought he went to the academy here.
That makes sense. Did your father graduate from here?
I think he did.
Which one?
There's more than one guard academy here?
Yes, we have 4.
Why do you need 4?
Each academy specializes in something different. The North and West are normally sent back to villages to protect the people. The East specializes in protecting the city. And the South is mostly for war.
War? They still have wars?
You can never be too careful.
I never knew about that.
Most people that aren't from the capital don't know that.
Why's that?
War is a risky game. Letting people know that their loved ones are training for war can lead to hysteria.
I understand.
you ever miss home?
I haven't thought about it much. Everything here is so new and exciting. I just pushed it to the back of my mind.
You don't feel homesick?
Perhaps a bit, but everything is likely the same at home. What?
Oh, it's nothing. I got a splinter, that's all.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
How about you?
What about me?
Have you ever been to Arendelle before?
I have been. I went a couple months back.
You actually leave your office?
Yeah, I went there for some political business.
When did you go?
I went in Minerva.
Maybe we accidentally bumped into each other while you were there?
Maybe we did.
It's getting late. Maybe we should head back soon?
We should. It can get quite dangerous after dark.
I wouldn't want you to forget this.
Thank you, mademoiselle. I don't want to lose you in the crowd. I used to love these puppet shows as a child. I wonder if they're the same. The curtain opened, revealing a crudely made puppet of my father. Oh no. Following that puppet was a crudely made one of me. Oh, goddess.
Zane! I'm heading out to go destroy other countries and slaughter various people for the sake of my own satisfaction. You stay here and take over for me.
Yes, Father.
Don't have that tone with me.
At that moment, I wanted to shrink. I wanted to crawl out of my skin. I've never felt more embarrassed in my life.
Please, Your Highness, I'm an innocent man. I didn't kill your sister.
Kill him and his entire family. Burn his hometown. Make sure there aren't any survivors left.
Really, Anne?
Let's go.
Right. I believe this is where we part.
It is.
Are you sure you don't want me to escort you to your room?
No, it's all right. I wouldn't want to make a spectacle of you. Oh, right. There's something I need to tell you.
What is it?
Come closer. No, not like that. Bend down.
Is there something wrong? Did I do something? Why must she?
Thank you for these past couple of days. You've done nothing but treat me with kindness.
There's no need to thank me, mademoiselle.
Still, they're wrong about you, Zane. You're a good person.
Thank you, Lillian.
I should get in. I have to work tomorrow.
Well, I bid you adieu. Until next time.
Yes, until next time.
He Who Forsakes the Crown is an audio drama written and produced by Chapter 15 Studios, starring Chara Lynn as Sayoko, Rodrigo Tamayo as Kuro, Eric Smith as Zane, Ranger H. Fox as Argus, Sabrina May as Riley, Nick Richardson as Jacob, Andrew Bonilla as Kisame, Shoki as Saren, Gauntlet Knight as Iris, Michael Najman as Aspen, Ray Walker as Puppeteer, and Bella Cherish as Priestess. I hope you enjoyed this month's episode of He Who Forsakes the Crown. We'll see you next time!